There's an old saying that says God equals gold, oil, and drugs. Whoever controls those can, in effect, control the way the planet operates. Illegal drugs, yes, are a commodity. They are traded like a commodity. They have, of course, as we've said, that it has their own unique financial characteristics in terms of its off-the-books characteristics, how it boosts cash flows. It's like adding drug cash is like adding steroids to a baseball player.
Director Deutsch, I will refer you to 3 specific agency operations known as Amadeus, Pegasus, and Watchtower. I have Watchtower documents heavily redacted by the agency.
Watchtower involved a series of operations involving 10 special forces and 7 special forces out of Panama, which involved the placement of U.S. Army Green Berets inside the Colombian border to plant radar beacons so that low-level drug flights flying below radar could successfully navigate to land at military airfields in Panama and offload cocaine. There was, at the time, I had probably 250 pages of Watchtower documents, many of which were very heavily redacted. Huge swaths of black magic marker across the pages. We knew that operation was real. Amadeus was an operation I had to become aware of through the investigation of the life of Colonel Albert Vincent Caron, who has, what a resume the guy had. He was a retired detective first grade from NYPD. He was also a full colonel in U.S. Army Reserve Intelligence. He was also a made member of the Genovese crime family in New York, as well as being a lifelong CIA operative and friend of CIA Director Bill Casey, who had attended the christening of Caron's grandson. The Amadeus operations were connected to, among other things, small aircraft flying into local airports throughout New Mexico loaded with cocaine, all under CIA protection, particularly the Los Lunas Airport outside of Albuquerque and other facilities. But this also included U.S. military flights like C-130s carrying 2,000 and 3,000 kilos of cocaine at a time, landing on military bases. We were able to connect this, of course, later to the murder of Colonel Jim Sabo at El Toro Marine Air Station in January of 1991, after Sabo had discovered CIA-controlled C-130s landing at his base with 2,000 and 3,000 kilo loads. The Pegasus missions had been brought to light by a CIA operative named Dois Chip Tatum, who has not been heard from since probably March or April of 1998. Tatum also produced documentary records of Pegasus, and there were other indicators from Freedom of Information Act requests and so forth that there was, in fact, an Operation Pegasus, which connected, of course, all of these operations connected to then Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush, who had been in charge of so-called drug interdiction operations in the Reagan administrations and the Iran-Contra War.